everybody knows what a nuisance is. A nuisance can be a neighbor whose dog barks all night long. A nuisance can be somebody who parks their car in your driveway. Alabama actually has a cause of action for both private and public nuisances. But the one I want to talk about today is, I think, particularly important because the intent of it is to protect young people. And by that, I mean small children. There's a term in the law called an attractive nuisance. The most common example of that is a swimming pool. If you have a swimming pool in your backyard, normally a trespasser is owed little, if any, duty by you in terms of the property as a whole, or in particular the swimming pool. But if you have a 3-year-old neighbor who lives down the street and that child finds its way into your backyard and gets in your pool and drowns, the law can determine that you are liable for that, even though that child was technically a trespasser. There are 4 elements to it, and I want to be clear on this. The landowner knew or should have known that children would come onto the land. So if you got a pool and you've got children who live in your neighborhood, be aware of that. That the landowner knew or should have known that something like a pool would attract the kids, that injury or death would be probable, and that the landowner did not take reasonable steps to protect that. The simple thing to do is put a fence around your pool and lock it. And that way, you're not going to have to live with the guilt of a child being hurt or even killed on your property. It's an important thing.